Hi everyone, welcome to the benchmarking tool weekly sync. Today is February 27, and put any topics you have, then we can go over them. Please add yourself to attendees too. Yeah, I think I see the first topic from Sachin. This is, I believe, an implementation for the PR. I can probably open it, and we can briefly go over that.
Yeah, thanks. This is like a very, again, basic implementation using one model server. So we picked VLLM, ran VLLM in a Docker container. So you can load any of those models from Hugging Face. So to test locally, we tried a small model, and with the existing load runner script that we merged to main, we can sort of get some of the like a mock report. I added some more details to the mock report generation aspect as well. So it gets the metrics like number of tokens and latency, among others.
Any thoughts or comments from anyone? I don't know if people had a chance to take a look at that. I took a quick look. I think it's a good start to start with VLLM. I think a couple of things we might need to finalize, how we actually set the API, the payload itself, if we need to standardize across model servers in some way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the other part would be the metrics itself that we are measuring and sending to the report. We have called out a few. It would be good to see if you can capture those. But yeah, otherwise, to be overall, it looked good. I'll, after the meeting, I'll review and then provide any comments, and we can go from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Anyone has anything to add on that topic? Also, we want to add other clients too, similar to the LLM. So yeah, if you have requests for specific model server that you're using, feel free to send out whether PR or create an issue. Then we can start from there.
Yeah, I also wanted to make a call out on why this approach. So I've seen other projects where they create the protocol-based clients. So they just generically say any server that supports OpenAPI protocol. So it fits into one type of client. But for us, doing this specific to a model server like VLLM is useful because we'll also be capturing metrics from the server itself. That will give us details on the GPU usage, utilization, energy usage, and things like that, which was one of the discussions in the previous meetings.
Yeah, agree. That definitely makes sense to me. Having a separate client per model server because it allows us to do more things specific to it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good to see everything coming together. I think with this one, we're getting closer to an initial run that we can do. Then as we add more data sets, we should have a fully working version.
Cool. There were also like other PRs that I saw from Brendan and other folks. So I'm just keen to understand something related to testing and also like the load gen itself. So So understand the ideas around what that work would involve and how it all ties together.
Yeah, Brendan, the meeting.
Oh yeah, for the abstract model server client, I haven't had time to come back to this one, so feel free to disregard.
Okay, yeah, since we have the other change, maybe we can build on top of that, or close this and create something else. I think the test one is something we need to add. So I haven't reviewed it yet. Sachin or others, if you want to take a look. Mainly, I think we need, one some testing where we can test these individual modules, right? And eventually, we want to make sure we run it as part of the GitHub actions on every code push, so new changes don't break things. So it would be good to figure out what's the right pattern to start with there.
Is this PR sort of ready to review, Brendan? What's the state?
Yeah, this one should be ready to review. Feel free to take a look.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, and looking at the actions here, looks like we have a bunch of warnings. So yeah, we should look at resolving this too. I think, Brendan, you added the initial linting and type check.
Yeah, I believe there should be a make target to handle formatting.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at the warnings. If you have some time to see if we can get this to a working state.
Yeah, better to add these things early as we are contributing, so makes sense.
Yeah, let me make note of those. Cool. We also have a few other issues. I think one is to add the data set, adding PGA model server, Triton, and a few more things. Yeah, streaming support once we have the PLM one. So if anyone is interested in picking up any of those.
Hi, Ashok. I'll be picking the add data generation from HF dataset. So, like after you're having a conversation with you, I've been working on it. Like past 1 week, I was not able to like get that done. So, like I'll contact you and Sachin and try to like make some progress over that part. So I'll pick that.
Yeah, you can
Sounds
make
good,
a
yeah.
comment on the GitHub issue also, so now
Yeah.
people know that
Yeah, sure.
you picked that up.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, feel free to comment and assign it to yourself. And yeah, thanks for picking that up. I think that's the next step for us to get from sample request to like a proper data set. Yeah, I would say if you're looking to start with something, ShareGPT might be
Yeah.
the easiest. I think there are a few others too, like OpenAlpha and such. Feel free to
Yeah,
take
so
a
I
look.
was looking at the chat GPT. So like I'll like work on it and like come back to you for any feedback.
Sounds good. Yeah, can discuss more on the GitHub issue too.
Yep, sure.
Cool. I think the consolidating on perf testing tools is something people from the inference gateway created. So ideally, we want this tool to be the main OSS side inference tool, right, that we want to use across gateway and other projects where we are doing similar benchmarking. So I think the current plan is to get this to a working state, and then we can get the inference gateway extension to use this as well.
Are they using a specific model server or something? We could start with that to help them.
Yeah, currently I think they are using VLLM for like LoRa use cases. So since we are already in the process of adding VLLM, I think that would be the good first step. But I think they need specific customizations around choosing a specific LoRa adapter when you send in a request to load like different adapters on the fly, right? So
yeah.
For that, some changes would be needed once we have the initial one ready. But I think the VLLM one is the main blocker for them.
Cool.
Yeah,
Is there a
so
way to assign a issue to myself? I just added a comment to it. Is there a way where I can like assign it to myself?
don't know if issues. Yeah, looks like you can have assignees on the issue, right? Um,
I don't
usually,
see options from my side, so
doing this like / assign helps. I don't know if
Mhm.
you need any permissions for that or not.
Oh, okay. Let me check that.
I feel like so you might be able to assign to people. I don't think people can self-assign.
Okay, let's try it.
Add.
Yeah, that seemed to have
Okay,
worked.
yeah,
Okay.
cool. I think one other issue we had, I wanted to briefly check on the orchestration library side. Yeah, anything to add on this, Ray?
Probably no.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait and follow up then. But it seems like generally you agree with the approach as well, right?
Yeah, I think I'm mostly good. Just probably we need some time to clean up the code from the FM perf so we can merge it over here.
Sounds good. Thank you. Cool. That makes sense. I think we can plan for um, an initial release once we have this end-to-end working with like one model server and data set. Yeah, we'll see where we are probably by at the beginning of April. If we can release a version before KubeCon EU, that would be good. I'm not sure how much time people have to contribute to different pieces. So we'll follow up on a weekly basis to see where we get to and when we can cut our first official release.
Yeah, I think setting some milestones regarding dates is always a good idea.
Yeah. Sounds good. Any other topics from anyone? Okay, but we'll end early. And please take a look at any open PRs and issues and leave a comment. I see a hand, Aishwarya.
I wanted to understand the issue number 17. Add a client to get model server metrics.
Let me pull that. Yeah, so basically model servers have Prometheus metrics or something enabled, right? Where it has like, for example, VLLM has a histogram of time to first token, teapot, the KV cache usage, queue size, batch size, and a whole bunch of things. I think other model servers
Right.
like TGI and Triton have them too. So this is to basically add a client and then see how we can pull those metrics during the duration of the benchmarking run, right?
So, so will we be running Prometheus as well, because the metrics are in Prometheus format? So what's the idea around that?
Yeah, so right now we haven't talked about how you set up your model server itself. So to pull the metrics, the assumption would be that yeah, Prometheus is running and we can use the Prometheus client to query those metrics.
I see.
Yeah, we don't provide the steps essentially to set all of that up today, but we can plan to. There is a open issue to add an orchestrator to deploy model server onto like a Kubernetes cluster. So maybe we can include instructions on setting up Prometheus. That would be helpful. And this would be like an optional thing, right? If Prometheus is running and we can query the metrics, then we would pull additional metrics.
And where does the client come into picture here?
So the client, basically, like we have a model server client which is able to send requests to VLLM. We need a Prometheus client to send requests to Prometheus, right? And then, yeah, then we can have a lot of useful aggregations. So you can think of a state where the benchmarking run itself produces like throughput and latency and specific numbers. And then we can also see from the model server, this is how like the queue size changed, batch size changed during the run. We can use to correlate. Similarly, like GPU utilization metrics is something we want to add to, where you could like query NVIDIA DCGM metrics as well.
Got it. So I would like to work on this, but is now the right time to start working on it?
I think we can probably start the earliest would be once we have like the VLM client changes in. It would be good. Yeah, we should be good to start on this too.
Got it.
Yeah, do you have a specific model server in mind, or is starting with VLLM good for you?
Starting with VLLM as well.
Okay, yeah.
So I
Then I
think
would.
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, then we should be good to start. At least, yeah, start exploring, add the approach or how you want to do it on the issue, and then send out a PR once you have something.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, we have some examples as well that we can point you to.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I just want to add one point here for the DCGM or the NVIDIA semi-related matrix. I think there's also one project, open source project. They already have those matrix connected. I can also probably put a reference link here.
Great.
Yeah, any other topics? Okay, if not, we'll end it there. See you all next time. Bye.
Thanks, bye.